Hey, what's up, people? This your boy Beat Exclusives here again with another interesting, amazing conversation with a very beautiful, lovely, songstress that I came across only last night. I had to really beg her to, do this interview with me. And so it's a big pleasure and honor to me to have her live on my, platform right about now. We're about to dig into, finding out all about her, where she's been hiding, who she is, where she's from, all the beautiful conversation, because my mind was blown to know that she's from exactly where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? It's just so amazing. There's so much talent that sometimes, if it's not by chance or luck, you never get to hear. And so this is one of such situations. And so, I mean, I'm not even going to spill all the tea. I'm going to allow her to, come in and tell us, who she is and where she's from. And so, hello, Miss. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Okay, so before we jump into the whole the lengthy conversations, do you mind telling us, your name, who you are, your name, where you're from, and a little bit about your background?
Okay. Please, I'm called uh Agongo Apodita Mary,
Right, right.
but my stage name is Apodita, which is a local name my grandma gave me.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I'm from Ghana, in the Upper East region.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Apodita, it's a big pleasure to have you on here because I mean it was just last night, and when I say last night, it was between 12 to 1 a.m. I mean it was very exciting times yesterday for me, for her to come on my live, and then after listening to her music, my mind was just blown. I just had to find out more about her because I can't believe we have a lot of talent like this. And so Apodita, how would you say you discovered your singing abilities? I mean, do you have somebody in your family who is a very good musician or singer? I mean, who would you say you picked after?
Okay. I'll say there's a music lineage from my family, which is my mom's side, my granddad. My dad who used to sing in school,
Okay.
like we the kids, like he has a song that he used to share that is Konwa Bay. When he's teaching and we are dull, we are feeling hungry. He sees that we are we are not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me in class one. So he
Okay.
has the songs that you like Konwa Bay, Konyerka, Konwa Bay, Konyerka Bat and Tommy Toma.
Okay.
Um but I love I started singing in oh, um church, which
Okay. All
is
right.
Sunday
Okay.
school.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, in your home, you're saying that your mom's side is where you feel like there was some singing.
It's my mom's dad. Yeah, my mom dad was really into music, today's
O-
local music. You could sing like
Okay,
really,
okay,
yeah.
all right, okay. And so, at what
And
um, at what age, did you become did you started singing maybe in church or in school or anywhere else?
oh, I would say I was little. I can't really remember my age there, but I started singing in Sunday school.
Sunday school, right?
Let me get a 10 going because when it comes to this festive season,
Yeah,
they'll normally choose me that I have a nice voice. I'll lip sing in our church. So
right.
I was like, I want to have her so I can join the youth to
Yeah,
sing with them because
yeah.
back then my senior sister could sing very well.
Okay,
And
okay.
I was like, why don't you start to do gospel to write songs to sing? She
Yeah,
too, she had that passion for music. So I even thought she could
okay.
do it. So I wanted to sing like her. I wanted to
Right.
join the youth and start sing. But there was this woman in the church, her voice, she was close friend with my mom. She
Yeah.
can really sing. I admire her a lot. So I was like, I want to grow up singing like her.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
started singing at a young age. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so I mean, and but then okay, so you started singing at a very young age, in church primarily, in church. Okay. Did you? I mean,
Yes.
did you participate in any form of singing activities in school as well, or was it just in church?
Yeah, yes, in school too. I was a lead singer. We have this called local culture dance
Mm-hmm.
at the upper age. They do
Yeah.
it every um last term
Right.
of the year. We go, we take part in this our local dance, the culture
Yeah.
to portray with different schools.
Right.
We rehearse in our schools, then we go and meet up at a certain school.
Yeah.
We do different schools will come together, we'll dance, they'll check
Right.
which school is all good at the art. So I
Right.
was a lead singer there
Okay.
and a good dancer too.
Okay. And so around this
So
time, around all of this time, was it in primary school?
yes, they started taking part in the culture, singing and dancing in primary school.
Okay. 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 All right.
Yeah.
Good. And so
So
let's move.
like primary one to JHS two, I was in taking part in the singing and dancing.
Okay, all right, cool. And
So
so let's move from primary to senior high. Did you do anything, because I know some people, when they were young, they do a lot of activities in primary school, in JHS, but then when they go to senior high, they become a bit shy. And so for you, what was the
no.
experience, moving from your JHS to your high school?
Okay, my let me say back at my primary to JHS, I
Mm-hmm.
could listen to any artist except Ghana, which is like the tree I don't understand.
Right,
So be it a Nigerian music outside the
right,
country music, when I listen, I pick it fast and I can sing the song. So
right,
my friends are like, "Hey, you are really good, oh!
right, right,
Why
right,
don't you do
right.
music?" So when I went to SHS,
Mm-hmm.
I started writing my own songs.
Yeah,
But I never told anyone I'm into music. It is like one day I started to give a testimony, so I started to sing.
yeah,
And they're like, "Oh wow, your voice is nice, oh you can sing." Then I was like, that guy too used to do music. He told me
yeah,
he's into music. And he
right,
asked me, have I entered the studio before? And I was like, no. He said, oh, you take me. And I was like,
right,
no, the way our culture is,
yeah,
like that stage, when my mom noticed I wanted to do music, but she told
mm-mm,
me that when I focus on music, my mind will be in school.
right.
So there, the females, something outside education, they
Is a
don't,
no, is a
they
no,
don't
no,
support.
is a no, no.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay, okay,
being
okay.
your passion to dance, art, they know your focus should be on education,
Oh
school.
no,
So,
okay,
so she was like, I shouldn't go into music when I finish school before. So I was like, no, my mom, my dad, they won't be good, happy
yeah,
with me being doing music. But
right.
it's something I want to do. Like, so
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
he asked me if I had sort of written some songs so I can give him like an capella something.
Right.
And I gave he was like, oh, they shouldn't do this to me. Oh. Everyone loved me singing
Right.
in school. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember we were doing Nino's night.
Right.
So I'm also good at dancing too. So they asked me, do I want to sing or dance?
Right.
So I took part in the singing. And
Okay.
I won Mrs. Nino of the Year.
Is
Back
it?
yeah,
Nice. Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. And so, all right. And so now you are in senior high. So I mean, because you knew your parents won't agree or won't, support you going out of school to do music. At what point in time was it after school that you started exploring your musical talent, or I mean, during school you were still doing it but it wasn't as big as after school?
During school, I was still doing. I only do it in school.
Right.
So I so this school when I go home I'm a normal person.
Right.
I I don't do anything come but she noticed that someone can be talking to me whilst music is playing. I won't
Yeah.
switch off like I won't off my music.
Yeah.
And my mother, "Ah, this person talking to you, at least pause the music and
Yeah.
talk to the person.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
so into music.
Yeah.
I listen to people. It's just out. So after school, I wasn't doing music. I
Right.
decided to like, then let me just focus on education because
Right.
looking at things, maybe they won't support me doing music.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So,
And so, all right. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward the whole process because I mean, mommy and daddy are in the way. So let's get to
yeah.
let's get to where in point in time did you find yourself in a position where you felt like okay, now I want to go and pursue my music. I mean, did you travel away from mommy and daddy, or what happened? What happened? Because I want to
Yeah.
understand how you
Um,
finally settled in making music.
okay. I traveled to Accra,
Right.
which my mindset was when I get to Accra, I'm going to do music
Oh, okay.
because I know if I have a brother who is also into music,
Okay.
but then the respect for the guys is
Mm.
different from the women. It's like you go to
Oh.
school, when you are done, get married. But the guys,
Oh.
they have that
The freedom.
yeah, to do the freedom to do what they want. Yeah. So
Mm.
I told him that I want to join their group, which is
Right.
Boomba first or Zubumba, but
Okay.
he didn't believe me. So when
Okay.
I decided to leave Bolga to come to Accra.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to Accra, I asked my sister's son, does he know anybody who is an artist around this community? I really want
Mm.
to see the person.
Right.
But they
Right.
introduced a certain guy to me, which he was into Afrobeat.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
So I met this my manager who was just sitting there playing his guitar, and I was like, I want to learn how to play. And he asked if do I know how to sing, and I said, yeah.
Mm.
And he said, then let me give you in a cappella and sing on it, and let me
Okay.
see. Then
Okay.
he did that, and he discovered, oh, I'm really good. So we started
Okay.
working on
Okay, all
it.
right, cool. And so, okay, so now let's fast forward to your first time in the studio, in a professional studio. Your first time in a professional studio. Walk us through the process and the experience, how it went.
I was tense. I was. Like
Right,
I walked in. He took me there for me to just try my voice for
right.
the first time on a mic, which I've never done before. So we just wanted me to
Okay,
try.
okay.
So I have to stand behind the mic. I
Mm.
was very tense. So
Okay, so I mean, after all the tension and everything, did you record? Were you able to record like something nice?
yes,
You recorded a full song.
yeah.
Okay, so when you recorded the full song, who was the first person apart from your manager to hear your first demo or your first music ever recorded? Who did you play it to?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We
Because
played it
I
to
know some people. I know some people when they recorded their first demo, it never came out of the studio. Like I've done some few interviews where they recorded their first music and it never came out of the studio. And so, I mean, were you able to take the song out, and who did you play it to?
okay. I played it for my sister
Okay,
and my mom.
okay.
She listened to it, was like, wow, are you the one? They were surprised. And I said, it
Okay.
is me. And I
Okay.
played it at my workplace to my colleagues,
Okay.
teachers to listen.
Right.
Everyone loved it. Yeah.
Okay. And so I mean, okay, so now let's go back. After you played your first recordings to your mom, I mean, did you get like a thumbs up to say, okay, you can go ahead to start?
Yeah.
That is great.
She
That
was
is
really
great.
happy.
That
She
is really
is.
lovely. That is really lovely. Okay, and so at what point did you start performing your own music? I mean, around this time, what year was it? Because what year did you first go to the studio? Do you remember the year you first went to do your first recording?
Yeah, that was last year. Um, Last year, let me just say early January,
Okay, all right. Then it's
because
still it's right.
I decided to release my first song on May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fresh. That's new. Okay, and so I mean, okay, so I mean, when did you started performing your own music, or did you, I mean, when you moved to Accra, did you do any type of performances with your own music before you recorded your first song, or I mean, were you performing other people's music, or I mean, tell me a little bit about in terms of performance.
Um, when I moved to Accra, I've not performed anywhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. Not even in a church or anything like that, no?
Okay. In the church, I sing,
Okay, you sing, so
but
definitely you'll be
like
part of the church choir. Okay,
unfortunately,
okay,
anywhere I move to, I was one choir.
okay, all right, cool. So now you're a professional artist. You're recording music. You know, I mean, what have you been working on? Is it like did you? What was the plan between you and your manager? Was it for you to release singles, or was it for you to work on a full body of work, which is an EP or an album? What was the plan between you and your manager? Like, what did you guys decide to do?
Okay, the first time we planned to release a single, which was the
Right.
Manor Honey. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So the second one, we decided to release an EP.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay.
we look at the system, like how it is going, whether to release a single
Mm-mm.
or work on an EP. That's how
Okay.
we do.
Okay. 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 All right. Cool. And I mean, you're amazing. Your voice is so unique. Your style is very unique. I
Thank
mean,
you.
the only artist in the Ghana music industry I can compare you to is maybe Riala, because the two of you have the same type of sound. And
Yeah.
so I mean, how is your manager promoting you? Because I mean, we should be able to hear something about you in the space. And so where is this your manager? I need to ask him this question. How is he promoting you?
You too.
All right, cool. Let's ship him in real quick. Let's ask him real quick. Let's ask him real quick. Yes, hello boss, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
All
good. How
right.
about you?
Yes, I'm very well. Good to have you on the screen. All right, cool. And so I
Okay.
only discovered her last night. She jumped in on my live. I heard her music. Amazing
Okay.
stuff. And so you as a manager, how are you planning to promote her? Because she is a very unique talent.
Okay. Yeah, true. She's okay. First of all, before she started recording, she had
Yeah.
this performance anxiety and those. It's normal with every beginner.
All right, cool.
So I just
Sorry.
wanted to
Can you sit back a bit because your head is chopped off? Yes. Yeah. Good. All right. Yeah. Go on.
I said that before she started performing,
Uh
she
huh.
had this performance anxiety. So I had
Right.
this idea. She's still in the process of artist development. She needs to learn a lot.
Oh. Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, there are a lot that she has no idea about how
Right.
it moves and how it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I actually have this plan that we are still working on.
Right.
After we released the EP, we were
Yeah.
able to get performance in her hometown. And
Okay.
she also won her first award at the Upper
Okay.
East Music Award,
Oh
Female Vocalist
wow.
of the Year. Yeah,
Hey.
you didn't see that one. Yeah, she won
Congratulations
her
on
first
that.
award.
Wow, that's amazing.
She won her first award. So
Right.
this year, I told her all this time we've not hosted any like performance or any concert. No,
Right.
I
Right.
personally believe it's not yet time. So
Right.
this year we've decided to release two songs.
Right.
After the two songs, now
Yeah.
we have gigs. We have this bars like Zen Garden,
Yeah.
Ali bars. We have those places that we've gotten contact that will be performing live there. Because I wanted
Okay.
to do starting from those places. That way she'll get
Yes.
more confidence with herself.
Yes.
And it will be
Yes.
very
Yes.
easy
Yes.
before we get to that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
So
amazing.
before I,
Amazing.
before
Yeah.
before before anything, in her hometown, which is Burger.
Yeah.
They wanted to host a concert. The people like will come. I say, yeah, relax, they will come.
Yeah.
But you see, just like you said, the kind of music she does,
Yes.
and also just for me to chip this in, I'm actually the one who plays all the guitars on the song.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up
Thank you,
yourself.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so
doing
just
you're
for
doing a
her,
great job.
I
You're
told
doing a
her
very
just
great
for her
job.
because of where she's going, she has to take
Mm.
things one step at a time. Makes it easy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
there are
yes,
things in
yes,
the
yes.
music industry. Personally, I had no idea about all this. You have to register for this
Mm.
distributed. So I had to learn all those things.
Right,
Every
right, right,
everything
right.
everything is registered. Everything needs to be
Mm.
paid for. It has to be genuine. You have to look
Yes,
professional.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
she's still
yes,
in
yes.
that process, but I know for sure
Okay,
before
okay.
this year ends, there will be
Yeah.
a lot that will be doing. There will
Okay,
be a
all
lot.
right. Me speaking to you now, I'm very excited because you sound very knowledgeable and open to learn, and so that is a very good first step. You know, I mean, you want to make sure that your artist is well groomed before you put it out there, and so I like the angle you're coming from. Thank you very much. All right. Can I get her back in the seat? Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now me speaking to your manager, I kind of understand a lot of things now. Obviously,
Okay.
yes, obviously he introduced you to the studio, and so he wants to make sure that you are very confident within yourself to make appearances, and so I like that. All right, cool. That is solid. All right, and so for you, I mean, how do you feel about the whole process that he's taking you through? You know, artist development, making sure that you understand the business side of everything that you guys are into. I mean, what is the agreement between the two of you? Do you have a written contract, or are you just doing things verbally?
Good evening now. Okay. You have to answer this one, no.
Okay, all right, okay. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Sorry.
Bring him back.
Okay,
There's actually a contract.
Right.
Um, I have a deal with the studio, those who own the studio. I have a deal with
Yeah.
them, and the
Okay.
mix and mastering engineer. I also have a deal with them. But when it
Okay.
comes between the two of us,
Yeah.
like let's say if a percentage, let's say 70%,
Yeah.
and I was able to get like the highest percentage for the two of us. So if
Okay.
it's 70%, we split the
Okay.
70. Even
Okay.
though mostly take care of a lot of stuff, I still wanted to feel like I still want her to have that feel like, okay, I'm doing this music. I don't want
Yeah.
her to feel like, okay, I'm taking 50 and I'm giving her 20 or 50.
Yeah.
No, if it's
Yeah.
70, we split.
Right.
That way, I
Right.
want her
Right.
to feel okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
contrast.
Okay, all right.
Eh,
That's that is good. That is good. All right, cool. Okay, so I mean, I like your manager. I mean, I hope you guys, work out everything together and keep developing together. It is very listen. This industry, the more you change hands, the more it's unlikely for you to develop because every time you change somebody has a new plan, and the new plan takes between 2 to 5 years for it to fully establish. And so if you have one person you're going with, it is very important that the two of you have a clear understanding of where you're going. And so, all right. And so, I mean, for you now, I mean, I've heard from your manager. I mean, what are your aspirations? Where do you see yourself maybe 5 years from now?
Um, will it go?
I mean, I'm asking you, this time it's not for your manager. This one is your question.
No, it's for me. I know.
Yes. Where do you see
I
yourself five
see
years from now?
myself. I see myself. 5 years from now, still doing music
Mm-hmm.
and inspiring the young ones
Mm-hmm.
to focus on their dream. They should what your heart desires.
Right.
You go for it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so, what is the biggest music stage that you aspire to be on? I mean, few years from now, what is like the biggest music? Somebody will say the Grammy, somebody will say maybe Ghana Music Award, somebody will say MTV Base, I mean, somebody will say Europe Tour, somebody will say Coachella. I mean, what is your biggest dream stage? Don't look at your manager.
Okay.
Look in the camera.
Okay. Chela.
Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, cool. I mean, listen, these days everything is possible. I mean, recently we have Amanova who just did Coachella. No, not Amanova. Amare. Amare just did Coachella. She's the first Ghanaian female artist. She's actually the first Ghanaian female. The first Ghanaian artist to do Coachella. And so anything is possible. You just have to work hard. All right, cool. So now I'm going to ask you, what inspire your music? What inspires you when you're writing or when you're making your music? What are some of the things that makes you want to sing? What are your inspirations? Don't look at your manager, look here.
No. Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe some people like, life stories, the struggles that they've been through,
Okay.
some
Okay,
people,
let me
yeah.
say, yeah.
Sorry?
You see, hello. Sorry.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. I know I'm not supposed to come in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, this is how the feeling goes. Sometimes I create arrangements on the guitar and
Oh,
I'll play for a while till my fingers get comfortable with them. And when she comes out, I'm like, okay, I have this arrangement. I want you to sing something. Sing
right.
from your heart. Don't think about anything, whether in your language or in English.
Yeah.
Just sing. Later in the language I don't understand, you explain to me what you said. So
Okay.
that way, that most of the time, guys, I won't need your language. I don't like. Most of time, that's how most of songs.
Yeah.
That's how we created most of songs.
Okay. And
I
and
do,
so
yeah, first
and
the
so
guitar, the arrangement,
right. And so you engineer the filling and then she jumps in and then you sort out the rest
the
together.
feeling on the
Okay.
guitar first. Then
Okay.
I asked her to sing something on it.
Okay.
That way, just like a first song that yesterday she told me you played Manohome, the I Love You song.
Yeah.
That song, yeah, she was washing bowls, and I went to visit her, but I had my guitar with me and I was playing, and she was just miming to some words. I was like, "What are you saying?" And she said, "I'm singing in my language." I said, "No, that's it. Continue singing." So I have this small recorder. I just put it and I recorded everything.
Right.
Later on, when we connected, and I'm like, explain
Okay,
every word
hold
to you.
on.
So I had to write everything down.
Hold on. This is interesting. This is so amazing. Wow. All right, cool. And so yes, okay, I understand what you're saying. I mean, she's more like a novice when it comes to music. I mean, she has the melodies, she has the voice, but somebody needs to guide her. And so I mean, you're playing a very big important role. Right. All right, cool. Okay, let me kick you out now. Let's go back to her. But I mean, at least I know you are the backup, and so if anything, you can join in and help us respond.
Okay.
All right, cool. And so, right, okay. So now I know how you go your process of making the music. I mean, your manager is also a very good instrument. I mean, he's also a musician, and so he knows exactly when to tap into your ideas, and that is really solid. That is amazing. All right, cool. I mean, who are some of the artists that inspires you? I mean, somebody will say Angelique Kidjo, somebody will say Amapino, somebody will say Sarkodie. I mean, your top 5 musicians that inspires you a lot. Give us your top 5 artists.
Okay, one is Shala.
Sorry, say again. Sorry, the network is cracking.
One is Shala.
Riala? Did you say Riala?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Number 1 is Riala.
Yeah. 2. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Wow. Okay. 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
3.
Cool.
Angela Kidjo.
Who?
Angela Kidjo.
Oh, Angelique Kidjo, right. Okay, number 3,
Yeah. And now 4, Steve O, he's a local artist from my hometown.
Oh, he plays the Kulugu. He plays the Kulugu, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Steve O, yes, I know Steve O, yeah. Okay. And last one.
Last one. Okay, last one. P-Square.
You like who? P-Square?
P-Square.
Is it? I wouldn't. Some of the names in there, I wouldn't even think you like them. But anyway, I hear you. All right, and so if you're given the chance to collaborate with 5 artists, make music with 5 artists, who are you going to select? Who is going to be on your 5 collaboration list?
Rihanna.
Okay, Rihanna number 1.
Angela.
Kijo. Okay, great.
No, Chris Brown.
Are you going to teach Chris Brown how to sing in your language?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Actually, that if that happens, that would be so. That would be amazing. All right, cool. Chris Brown.
Mm.
2 more.
Again, I'll pick Kiddy.
Kiddy. Okay. 4. One more. Okay, all right. We'll settle with the 4 artists. So, Wiala, Angelique Kidjo, Chris Brown, Kiddy. All right, cool. That's fine. We'll settle with the 4. Okay, and so, we're just about to wrap up now. It's been a very lovely conversation. I've had a great time. because I just wanted to know why we haven't heard much of you. But hearing, where you started from and, where you're coming from and, to the point where you are now working with your manager at the same time, making music together. I feel like it's an amazing story. And so, what do you have to say, your final few words, to anybody that comes across this interview? What do you want them to know about you? Is this your first interview?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I understand why. I understand why. Yes. You're a bit laid back. Okay, cool. And so, say I've just come across you, and you want to tell me about yourself and your music. Last few words. What you want to tell people about who Apodita is.
Okay. Apodita is a folk artist.
Right. Apodita, speak now. Okay. You can say something like this. Hello, guys. This is Apodita. I'm a folk musician all the way from the northern region of Ghana. I make sweet melodic. Just say something. Say something. I'm not supposed to speak for you.
Okay. This is Apodita.
Right.
I'm a music artist.
Right.
From the highest region.
Right.
Ghana.
Right.
So I make sweet melodies.
Right.
Basically, love songs are easy for me to write. So
Right.
You can enjoy my songs on every platform.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey guys, this is Apodita. This has been a very interesting, amazing. Hey, what's your manager's name? Let's give him shout outs, man. Let everybody know that he's doing a good job. What's his name? Sorry, what's his name? Kwame. Okay, Kwame Guitar. I will add Kwame Guitar to it. Kwame Guitar. All right. Big up yourself, Kwame. That is Apodita's manager / co-writer, because they compose and do a lot of things together musically in terms of her music projections. Sometimes Kwame inspires the melody. He starts with the guitar. I'm just saying this for everybody to know that they say sometimes behind every man there's a woman. This one behind Apodita there's a man who is Kwame. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Kwame helps you with your compositions, isn't it? And so we have to credit him for that. All right, cool. Thank you very much for coming to speak to me on my platform. I really appreciate you. My mind was blown. I wanted to know more about you because I don't understand why, you are this talented and, Ghana don't know you yet. But I'm telling you, Ghana will soon know you because I know your music has great potential. Your music has so much potential, and I pray that you find the right people and keep plugging yourself through the right connections to grow. I really hope. I mean, my fingers are crossed for you. Anytime you need me, any type of promotion on my platform, just reach out to me. I mean, you have me on Telegram now, and so you can message me anytime. Do you want me to add you to my Telegram group?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll add you to the group. I mean, there's a lot of artists all over the world in the group. I mean, you can network, meet a lot of people. I will be offering set some free services to some of the artists on my platform just to help, some of the new artists. And so, I mean, when I drop anything in there and you're interested, just let me know. I'll hook you up. Thank you very much. Where can people find you on social media?
Can find me on all social media platforms.
I mean, what is the handle?
TikTok,
What is your handle on?
yeah. On TikTok, is Apodita.
Okay,
Facebook is Apodita.
okay.
Instagram is Apodita. Everywhere is Apodita.
Okay, all right, cool. And so, people, this is a sweet, lovely conversation I've just had with Apodita. She hails all the way from Ghana. Oh, sorry, Apodita. Sorry, Apodita. She hails all the way from Ghana, West Africa. In the she's from the northern region of Ghana. I mean, she makes amazing music. Her voice, I mean, I think you can solidly compare her to the likes of Riala, Sharifa Gunu. I mean, if you're talking about indigenous Ghanaian music. And so, yes, great people, lovely people. I mean, I've had a very awesome conversation with the artist, the songstress Apodita. And like I was saying, I mean, with the quality of her works and the quality of her voice, you can compare it to, the likes of, Riala from Ghana, Sharifa Gunu from Ghana, and maybe, the early days of Becca, when Becca used to, represent the African culture, to the fullest. These days, our sister Becca is, we can't say much about it, but anyway, it is what it is. And so, Apodita, it's been a very great pleasure for me to speak to you. Thank you very much. All the best to you in your career. I mean, like I've said to you, anytime, any day, if you need me to help you in terms of anything, just reach out to me. You get what I'm saying? Promotion wise, I am always available to help you out. Kwame, big up yourself. You have a very, good find. Do your best to make sure that, you're always going to be protecting hair, because there's a lot of vampires in this industry. And so, protect your artist, protect your saving, you get your investment, and always make sure that you're finding good means and ways to plug it into the world. Yeah. All right. Big up yourself. I mean, do you have anything last to say, or should I just wrap it up and that's it?
Thank you too. Thank you.
Okay, all right. And listen, Apodita, she's fresh in the game, and so give her a year or two, and she'll be very sharp. Right now, she's just crawling, and so yeah. But anyway, thank you very much. Have a lovely day, and then we'll catch up some other time. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You too.
All right. This your boy Beat. Yes. This your boy Beat Exclusives, people. If this is your first time coming across my content, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the Artist Pop, and I promise you, I'm always going to bring you, amazing talent from all over the world. Thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next one. Let's go, people. Bye-bye.